Going to look at 3.5, example E. The first thing we're asked to do is to find the vertical asymptote. The way we find the vertical asymptote is we set the denominator equal to 0, which we did right here. And we got the vertical asymptote to be x equals 4. So I'm going to go ahead and plot that here. Okay, that's our first step. The second step we want to do is we want to find any horizontal or oblique asymptotes. The way we find those is we look at the numerator, the degree of the numerator, and the degree of the denominator. If you look at the degree of the numerator is 2, and the degree of the denominator is 1. Whenever the numerator has one more degree than the denominator, that means you have an oblique asymptote. And the way you find that oblique asymptote is you take the numerator and you divide by the denominator. If you notice, we have a 0 place value because we have to have a place for each value of x, each degree of x. If we go ahead and divide that, we get 2x plus 8 with a remainder of 35. If we set y equals to 2x plus 8, that is our oblique asymptote. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot that oblique asymptote. If you look over here, I have a couple points that correspond to it. The first thing we do is have the y-intercept, which is 8. And I have a couple other points, negative 4, 0. And then let's do 4 and 16. Okay, so there's our oblique asymptote right there. Okay, now let's go to step 3. Step 3, finding these zeros. The way you find the zeros is you set the numerator equal to 0. Let me just erase this here. Okay, so if I set the numerator equal to 0, it's right there, I get x squared is equal to negative 3 halves. If you try to solve that, you get answers that are complex numbers with imaginary units, so we cannot graph that in a real number line. So that basically means that there's no zeros involved here. Okay, the next step is to find the y-intercepts by plugging in 0 for x. So we plugged in 0 for x here, and we got negative 3/4. So here's our y-intercept. I'm going to go ahead and plot that in blue. It's right there. And then finally, step 5, you want to find some other points. You can either find these by hand or you can use your calculator to find them. I'm going to go ahead and plot a couple of these points here just to get an idea. Okay, and let's see. Let me do a couple of positive numbers. 2, negative 5.5. That should actually be up here a little bit more. 3, negative 21. Okay. Okay, there's a rough sketch of that part. And then the numbers down here will help you with this part of the graph as well. Okay, so that concludes this worksheet.